Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to Light Talks Football and welcome to another video. Hoping you guys are doing well today. Of course, yesterday was the Euros round of 16, and we saw Germany beat Switzerland 2-0. The first half was all right, but the second half there was chaos like VR disallowed goals, the penalties and all that stuff. But the real headlines yesterday was the thunderstorm and the lightning during the 35th minute. So honestly, for those people who went to the stadium, thank goodness that they are safe. I know all of them are scared, and big up to Michael Oliver because he stopped the play because he doesn't want any players to get killed or get injured during the game. So that's a good thing. But thankfully enough, the thunderstorm was over and the rain stopped. There was hailstones, there was rain everywhere. So yeah, so thank goodness that everyone is safe. But yeah, Germany beat Switzerland 2-0. And also, Germany beat Denmark 2-0, my mistake. And then Switzerland knocked the holders and the defending champions Italy out of the European Championship. So the question is, will Spalletti be sacked and would they bring a new manager? We're gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, really looking forward to the Euros. And then coming up later on today, England versus Slovakia, live watch along, and Spain versus Georgia. So looking forward to the England game. Well, if we beat Slovakia, they'll be facing the Netherlands. I put the word if because I ain't confident because when Slovakia faced Belgium, they've caused a shock, you know. And yes, Belgium should have won this game, but um Slovakia during the past game defended really well, and the goalkeeper, Martin Barca, made some big saves. So this ain't going to be an easy game. So, but yeah, there will be a live watch along to that one later on today. So make sure you guys check that out. But the focus on today's video is Alexander Isak. Now, yesterday I went on the football terrace. Big up to Terry Phillips, is the host, and I basically came on and gave my views on Alexander Isak, what I make of him. You know, a few questions and how would he fit Enzo Maresca's system, and would he be able to score like 15 or more goals, because the last time we had a striker done that was Diego Costa, and that's why we won the league. So that's be the quick question. But I talked about it on the football terrace. So in this video, I'm gonna give you guys all the information, and at the end of this video, I like to let you guys, and I would like to let you guys tell me what you think of Alexander Isak. What's your um thoughts on it, and where do you agree with me on everything I said on the football terrace yesterday? So make sure you click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Also subscribe to the football terrace. Great show, great YouTube channel. The link is in the title or the description below. Make sure you hit the bell notification that I never miss any of my YouTube channel. So enjoy my interview on Terry Lewis yesterday, and I'll see you guys again at the end of this video.
Um, Elijah's here with us. What you saying, my friend?
Hey Terry, how are you? Thank you for
I'm
having me on.
not a problem. Not a problem, brother. Talk to me.
Yeah, I mean, Isak is a good player for me because he's permanently proven he can score goals and all of that stuff. But you asked the question if he's 100 million. I don't think so because I think that's way too much. And if remember that we have got Caicedo for 150 million and Enzo Fernandez 105 million, and it just that just broke the record. So that could be if he got Isak for 150, that would be the most expensive one in Premier League history. So the only way for me to get Isak is we need to sell a couple of players if you want to get like Isak, because I feel like these owners are trying to buy players rather than selling them, if you know what I mean. Because next season we need to at least finish in the top four for Champions League. Because if not, we're going to get controlled by the FFP. So Isak is a good player, but I'm worried that ever since we signed strikers, we haven't signed one that's like Diego
No,
Costa or
I get that.
they drop us. So I'm very worried that Isak coming to Chelsea might not benefit him, but it all depends on the system and if it works for him. So I'm hoping that Enzo and Wesker can give the best out of him. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. If you're a Chelsea fan, signing like expensive number nines, there has to be an element of PTSD that kicks in and concern because of historic things that have kind of gone wrong in that area. So I totally get where you're coming from. I do.
It's not
It's
going to be 150
I
million.
feel that way. I feel that way when Man United sign like South Americans, because typically speaking, we have had such bad luck with South Americans. They've just a few have done well, but the vast majority have never hit the levels that we expected. So when we're linked to one, I'm always like, that element worries me more than anything else. This here says Noni is key to the deal for Isak to Chelsea. I mean, it could be. Well, it could be depending on who else Chelsea buy.
He's not if they need to sell. He's not if they need to sell. He's not key to anything. That's what I'm saying. He won't be 150 million either. They only rate him at 120. So they're not going to get 150
Yeah,
million.
they're not going to get
We're not gonna
150
pay him.
million.
Yeah.
This here says, I do believe Chelsea will go down with City if guilty. Look, we'll see what happens with those court cases because the Chelsea haven't even been charged with anything yet. So it's really, really, really
We should
difficult
be
to.
worried, Terry.
Hey,
Chelsea
Derek,
fans
can
should
I
be
ask you,
worried
can
for
I
the
ask you guys a
season.
question?
Very quickly, mate. Go on.
Oh, all right. If you look at back in the 90s, right, when the Italian Serie A was the best league in the world, right? And this right now, the Premier League in January, no one signed anyone at all. Remember, all the Spanish and the Italian was complaining about they can compete with the Premier League. So you think this PSR come in to kind of balance the whole entire football nation right across the world? Like, if you notice right now, like the Juventus is struggling, AC Milan, everyone is going like with a player trading. Look at Aston Villa with Juventus with Douglas Luiz. You know, the trade. You think that's something that's really gonna take over football? Because if you notice, the landslide is changing in football completely.
Mate, there's so much truth to that. And there are some people I've spoken to from a financial background who believe that this is the beginning of the transfer market collapse in terms of players no longer being valued at the same level they used to be. And I think that's why sometimes you've got to take yourselves out of the here and now and look at even though money's still growing in the game, you think about an agent fee is normally 10%. And if transfers keep getting bigger and bigger, eventually you're going to start paying agents £80 million to buy a player. And there's only you also get to a point where the risk is so high when doing that. Although there's huge income, all it takes is one of these TV companies to go bust, a few billionaire owners to go out of business, certain parts of the world getting into conflicts, and these kind of debts can be unmanageable. So I do think there's an element here of lowering some of the outgoings. And then I think what they've got to do with the increase of profits then is start to safeguard clubs by putting money into accounts or into bonds, sort of protect people against stuff going wrong. Because listen, clubs were going out of big clubs were going out of business, and some even nearly folding only 15 years ago for 60 or 70 million pounds worth of debt. We start allowing clubs to rack up 500 million debt, a billion debt, 2 billion debt. There's going to be a lot of football clubs because not everyone's going to have an owner like Roman that just writes it off. That's the long and the short of it. And you have to protect against the worst case scenario and not have a rule for the best case scenario, I think, but that's just me.
So, guys, there you guys have it. That is basically it for the football terrorists, which I talked about yesterday. I said my thoughts on Alexander Isak, said he's a good player. But the big question is he worth 150 million or 100 million if we're paying for him? That's a big if. I asked about if he was going to suit the system and, and I asked and I told about the owners, they're concentrating more on buying instead of selling. And if we keep on breaking the records and don't make finish in the top four, we can get six tried by the FFP. So that's the only thing I'm worried about. So yeah, man, but big up to football terrorists, especially Terry Fleurs, the host for inviting me on. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said before, let me know what's your thoughts and opinions on Alexander Isak. Do you believe it's going to happen? Because I was 50-50. Like, he's a good player. He's Premier League proven. But just like Olise, which I thought is going to happen, it didn't. So that's why I'm 50-50. But to be honest with you, if you ask me if it's going to happen, deep down, I'm going to say no. I really am going to say no. But let's hope the owners get it right and don't waste their time like they did for Michael Lise, because I was fuming. Yeah, when that Michael Lise, didn't go to Chelsea, went to Bayern Munich. So let's just see what happens. But yeah, that's my interview done. and there's many more to come on the Football Terrace. So make sure you subscribe to the Football Terrace below for more tries to win this update, including Ags on the Isak to see whether he goes to Chelsea or not. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and make sure you join me for the England Slovakia watch along. Like, if we beat them, they will be facing Netherlands. I mean, sorry, Switzerland, and that's going to be a very tough game. You know, the Switzerland game is more tough than Slovakia game because Slovakia are gonna cause a few problems. But I think the Switzerland game is going to be even tougher because Italy was in the finals of the European Championship. They got knocked out, and they'll be facing a team who is in the final um in Euro 2020. So that is it. So if we beat Slovakia, which I do doubt, there will be facing Switzerland. But I'm here with that. There's only going to be one change. If that happens, then you can kiss European Championship 2024 goodbye because I ain't confident going to that game. So there we go. But yeah, guys, join me for that one later on today. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Big up yourselves. Take care. And as always, peace.